Hello my fellow freedom builders, and welcome back to yet another video about Nikola and Trevor Milton. And yes, I know you're thinking, oh no, not another thing about that company, but something has come up and I simply have to make a short video about it. The plan was actually that I was to make a video about the hydrogen industry, the hydrogen sector. I'm planning a two-part series about, first of all, the entire basis of the entire hydrogen sector, and then a video with a lot of the companies that could be potential to invest in. And of course, Nikola is a part of that, and I was writing back and forth with some of my contacts, and one of them sent me this link to some research done about Nikola, and I simply have to show that to you if you are sitting out there with the slightest doubt about if you should invest in Nikola or not. So that is what I'll make a short video. I hope I can make it in just 8 to 10 minutes today, and then I'll link this research to you and you can dive into it yourself so that you can see if you agree with me or not. All right. Before I go any further, I should say that yesterday I picked a winner of our first silver coin competition, and you can see in the where I write the comments in the YouTube channel, you can see the name of the winner there. I have also written him, and I hope to that he get in touch with me so that we can get to send our first prize out. In 2 weeks, I'll pick another, so remember to comment on the video and like it and subscribe and all that down there. All right, first of all, what we're going to have a look at today, something from a company called Hindenburg Research, and that is a spin-off or a name from, if you remember the Hindenburg balloon that went up in flames and a lot of people were killed. And that is kind of why they are calling it Hindenburg, because they want to avoid catastrophes, disasters in the financial world. And if you read about them here, about us, you can see down here that they are what they call forensic financial researchers, and they have a track record of articles that they have written. As far as I can tell, these Hindenburg research guys are not short in Nikola. At least they're not disclaiming it. Doesn't mean that they're not short, but they ought to disclaim it if they are. But you can see the track record down here. Read all the articles and go back and see if you think that they have hit the nail on the head or if they have been completely off. All right, so what is this research? Well, what they have done is that they have gone in depth with Nikola. I don't think I need to introduce the company Nikola. I have made several videos, and the latest videos was yesterday about the deal with the GM, General Motors, that I think was completely crazy, and I think that deal showed that Nikola has absolutely nothing to offer, that it is all hot air. And when reading this research article, I am getting more and more convinced that I'm right. Sometimes when I'm making these critical videos and I read the comment section, sometimes I start to doubt my own research, I must admit, because some of you are coming up with some very valid points that I have to research. But I must say that most of the points I'm bringing forth with Nikola, I have double checked, meaning that if I see some claim that I think is completely crazy, and believe me, there are a lot of them with Nikola, then I see if I can find other sources that say the same. And often, if I can't find other sources, then I don't include that information. So what you see in my videos has, at least most of the time, been checked with several sources. And today I can see that these Hindenburg research guys, they're coming up with pretty much the exact same result. What they are saying is pretty much that they reveal why we believe Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies. It's pretty much what I have come to realize as well. They are looking at recorded phone calls, text messages, private emails. So they have done a very, very good research here. And this is just an extract. This is just a quick resume as to what they actually have found of different dubious businesses here. When we scroll down, and it is a very long document, so I'll not go into details with it, but as I said, I will link to it so you can read it for yourself. But Background: a relentless Tesla rally pressured General Motors and other legacy automakers to catch up. That was pretty much what I mentioned in the video yesterday, that in my view, a big part of the GM deal was actually because General Motors has this dusty old conservative image among young car buyers that want electrical vehicles. So they are not thinking GM when they are thinking a new car. They might be thinking Tesla or NIO or something like that, but they're not thinking GM. So this GM was a lot of publicity for, or the Nikola GM deal was a lot of publicity. And I think that GM got the best out of that deal. And as I said in the video today, and as this document actually show, Nikola has nothing. So in here, there is some description of the deal where they come to the same conclusion. You can read the detail as well. But what they say here is pretty much that GM has gotten the best deal. They have gotten $2 billion worth of stocks and 11% stake. They don't have to provide any cash. They can sell a lot of their products, of their hydrogen technology and battery technology back to Nikola, which I mentioned in the video yesterday. Is a bit funny, since apparently Nikola should have all of the world's most amazing revolutionizing technology. GM also get 80% of the EV credits, and they can begin selling the Nikola shares actually before they start producing any trucks or anything, any batches or whatever. So then we come to a section here with who is Trevor Milton, and they go pretty much very much into detail as to what he has done after he graduated college. And there are some claims here. I have not dived into them. They are indicating that he might have been cheating some former business partners. I'm not sure about that. I have not dug into that, but he started something called D-Hybrid, which was a company based on compressed natural gas technology and so on. And they got $16 million worth of order, and a bit in the same line as we have seen with the Nikola. That is pumped up, that is inflated, and all of a sudden that deal was worth up towards $300 million before he went out getting some investors in, they have some different email correspondence here showing that that was pretty much hot air, a lot of it, and many of the partners had to simply write their part of this business venture down to pretty much nothing. So they have a lot of different screen dumps here from earlier. Again, I'm not too interested in this D-Hybrid, but when you do a qualitative fundamental analysis of a company, you have to look at management and see, are they trustworthy? Do they know what they're talking about? And here we are getting quite a lot of evidence that a lot of Trevor Milton's former business deals have been somewhat shady, to say the least. So again, I'll not go into depth with that. I'm more interested in the Nikola part, and that comes here, 2016, and this is where I have really been spending a lot of time researching, because all of a sudden Nikola came up saying that they were going to revolutionize the world with their CNG, the compressed natural gas the technology in these Class 8 electric semi-trucks here, and that they would really rock the world. And already in 2016 they came out with the Nikola 1, and they said that it was the art truck ever built in history. This thing is fully functioning and works. This is a real truck. It's not a pusher. Now, then Bloomberg came out and found out that the truck he showed off as a real functioning truck was not working at all. Now, Trevor Milton and Nikola, they tried to sue Bloomberg, but it has come up now that it was just what they call a pusher. There was nothing in it. They didn't have a functioning truck, but that didn't matter. The media wrote about it, and they got a ton of investors in already at that point. Then, and you can see they have taken screen dumps of a lot of different Twitter feeds here from Trevor Milton. And this is a lot about the beginning, where they were pretty much lying about what they have in technology. So Nikola claimed to have engineered the holy grail of hydrogen technology. So all of a sudden, they shifted from CNG to hydrogen. That's also what I have been saying, that it seemed quite strange. And as they have found evidence here, they have talked to former employees that had no idea that this shift were going to happen. All of a sudden, it just happened. So, by the way, a funny little thing. In the beginning, when they were running on the CNG, the compressed natural gas, they could receive free CNG fuels for the first 1 million miles. And when Trevor Milton in an interview were asked how on earth they could afford that, he simply claimed, and they said so on the website, that they own their own natural gas source. So that has been removed and never mentioned again. So that is just another funny thing here. But all of a sudden they shift to the hydrogen. Now they have the revolutionary technology here, and yeah, it pretty much shows that they didn't. They don't have anything, and this fully functional hydrogen truck actually needs an electrical cable up here. They talked to some of the former employees that said they had to make an extra electrical cable up because they could not run on hydrogen here. They simply didn't have anything that was working. But didn't matter. They had a lot of investors in, and yeah, as you can see here, in order to continue the appearance of progress, Nikola posted a YouTube video of its Nikola 1 in motion on the road. Now, the funny thing here is, and this it gets crazier and crazier. Now, here is Nikola Motor showing a video of their truck running a couple of miles on a road. Now, the funny thing here is that all of a sudden, former employees comes out and saying, yeah, well, this truck was not really running on hydrogen. We had simply found a stretch of road about 2 miles long that was a hill down. That there was 3 degrees hill down, but we could film it, so it seemed like a straight ahead road. And the researchers went out to the same stretch of road, and they actually rolled a vehicle in neutral down the same hill and reached a top speed of 56 miles per hour and rolled for 2.1 miles. So this is the road where Nikola apparently have a fully functional truck on the road. But what actually happened, at least according to former employees and to this research, is just that they took a truck without a motor in and ran it in neutral, and yeah, it is what it is, I guess. So this road testing, the media took the bait, calling it road testing. Nikola then featured the video for Arizona Governor Doug Ducey when announcing its new manufacturing facility, and this is a huge announcement, he said. So what we can see here is that Nikola and Trevor Milton apparently are very good at playing the media, but never really have anything. Here we have this off-roader of theirs, so there are also a lot of things with that. In April 2019, Trevor claimed they had 3.5 megawatts of solar panels because they were completely off-grid, and so they're so green, but drone photos shows that there are absolutely no solar panels on the building that apparently should have 3.5 megawatts of solar panels. So it is lies upon lies upon lies about building this image as a green technology. Here's the thing I have mentioned a lot of times: the new revolutionizing battery cell technology that was sold to a lot of investors. Come in and put money into our company. We have amazing battery technology. Now, the thing is that what he thought was amazing battery technology was a scam artist that had already scammed NASA and several others. And they simply had to realize that this battery tech was not available. So, but that didn't keep him from keep telling about it, and he has never retracted that they have this battery tech. They just kind of stopped telling about it. So as you can see here, it goes on and on and on about this very well documented lies upon lies upon lies. And then in June 2020, after years of deception, Nikola goes public, a massive monetization event that added billions of dollars of liquidity and value from unknowing public market participants. That is you and me, you know, the smart money and the dumb money and everybody in the space that took this bait and put a lot of money into it. So yes, down here, all of a sudden, 2020, after Katie Woods from ARK Invest said that there were no way that their hydrogen economy could run in the gear they were saying, all of a sudden Nikola was able to reduce the price of hydrogen at 81%. Again, they are taking this under some investigation here, saying this is simply not possible. They are nowhere near to be able to do this. Then they're looking at the management team. All of a sudden, Trevor Milton's brother, who has been working paving driveways in Hawaii and doing some renovating houses, all of a sudden he is in as one of the production infrastructure directors, and we can see that some of the engineering leading development actually is a former CEO and general manager of a golf club. One of them is a former pinball machine repairman. So this is apparently the best of the best team, and yeah, it just goes on and on and on. And Trevor Milton has said, yeah, this is actually quite funny. This is their allegedly their proprietary their inverter here, I think it is. But what you can see here is they have put some Dutch tape over this area, and that is because that this is an off-the-shelf product they have. They claim they have developed themselves, but it is actually easy to buy, and they have just put Dutch tape over so you cannot see who actually produced it. So Nikola has said that he will never back down from criticism, and he can answer anything necessary. So in the end here, they have come up with 53 questions about all of these articles, 53 questions that they would like Trevor Milton to answer, and I'm pretty sure that not one single of these questions will be answered. So their conclusion, Nikola is a massive fraud constructed on dozens of lies. They have made billions. Trevor Milton has taken out $70 million by now, and he has an extra bonus waiting for him and his new, I guess it is his new CEO. If they just stay in the company, there are no bonuses for extra production or anything. If they just stay employed, I think it is around $200 million they both get. So I guess Trevor Milton is cashing out $270 million. And yeah, let's see where this ends. This evidence does not paint a good picture, but I'll let you read it all by yourself. If you have comments to it, questions to it, something you think they have gotten completely wrong, please contact me. I'm not an expert on all of this, but I must say that it confirms most of what I have been saying in my videos. I am in complete shock after reading it, I must admit. So make up your own mind, and I can say for once that I am not buying the Nikola stock. As you can see here, it jumped up at the from the news of the GM deal, and it was up at one point at almost $55, and since then it has dropped something like 32%, and I think this is because people realize that the GM deal is absolutely hot air. Nikola has nothing to offer. GM gets the brand, they get to sell off the stuff to Nikola, they get a lot of the environmental credits, all of that stuff. This is simply just showing that Nikola has nothing. They are an empty shell. They are hot air, and I think the investors are starting to realize that. All right, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. Remember to comment so you are participating in our silver coin competition. That's all for now. Take care of yourself and your money out there. Bye for now.